I'm just gonna hold this dog. She's real comfortable with.
I might steal her away from you.
She's camera shy. That's fine.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Dear Dorian, the show where you ask me questions about life. I brought on a special guest.
Megan Tanja.
And her puppy, Margot, who she named.
After a book she's never read.
And today, I asked on Twitter for you guys to just ask advice because Megan is smarter and wiser than I am.
I've just been through weirder
You've
things.
had more experience than me.
Margot could not possibly turn farther away from you.
Oh.
Margot's
a diva.
Margot's gonna help with this.
All right, the first one. Christian asked, is there any advice on how to stop sitting in bed watching Netflix and eating food every day?
Yo, are you talking about my life though? I don't know. I think for me, I get in those modes where I just want to do nothing. And I think the best thing is you're like, okay, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to give myself 2 days instead of 7 days.
Yeah.
I'll take my weekend and then I know that next weekend's coming up and I'll get all of my work done because you're excited for that instead of making it a daily routine.
It's kind of like a reward in a sense.
Yeah, make it a reward.
You got a conscious rest time.
Exactly.
And then so on Monday you'll wake up early and be like, yeah, I knew I was rested.
I always feel like as an adult, this is such a bad way of thinking about this, but when I was a kid, my parents would make us do chores, right? And you get in my day, it was a quarter. You get a quarter per chore. Kids don't even know about what
How old are you?
I'm 84.
Wow.
No, I'm 29. But it was their way of getting us to do stuff, and I almost feel like as an adult, I have to do that. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put $1 in this jar every time I do something on my list, and then at the end of the week, Mama gets a pedicure. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, that's a good idea.
I need to start doing that.
That's great advice.
Right?
Look at you. Killing it on the first one.
It was Margot's advice. She whispered in my ear.
How do you set healthy boundaries with people?
You stop talking to them. No. Well, the way I always look at it is you have to kind of teach people how to treat you sometimes. So I think when someone's obviously not speaking to you the way that you want to be spoken to or not doing the things that you really like, you have to communicate that and let them know. And they're also if someone's gonna continue doing that after they know that you don't like that, gotta be consequences for it. Mm-hmm. So, hey, I told you that I don't like this, you keep doing it, I'm gonna mute you on Twitter.
Whoa.
Ooh.
I'm done.
No, I think that you have to figure out what you want in all situations and relationships and friendships, and then once you figure that out, I think you have to communicate it and you have to enforce it.
Yeah, you gotta speak up.
You have to speak up. You can't just assume people know what you want or don't want or what's good or bad. I think if something doesn't feel right, you say it. If something does feel right, you say it. And that's the philosophy I always
And
go
sometimes, maybe people will go against that, and that's when you just cut them off.
Yeah, there are so many people in the world and so many awesome people in the world that it's just it's not worth your time to stick around with people that don't make you feel good or make you a better person. And also, the thing to think about friendships too is that friendships aren't one straight line. A lot of times I have friends where we kind of fall off for a while or it's just we're not really good for each other, and then we come back together when we're better and it makes more sense and you're better people because you've gone off and done your own thing. So don't be afraid to leave a friendship if it's not working and then come back later when it's better.
That's something I learned recently, being a new adult.
Yeah, it's hard. I still struggle with it. I mean, there are people that I keep around and I'm like, why do I keep you around? It's because I got that Midwest guilt, and I got that Catholic Midwest guilt and that loyalty thing, and it's hard.
So, Megan, what is your opinion on long distance relationships?
I have seen long distance relationships go really well. He's totally petting the dog right now, but it looks like you're doing something to me. Here, you take the puppy. We'll pass her. This little potato. He wants to go over that shoulder, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Like a new dad. So the thing about long distance relationships, I've seen ones that work out really well, and I've seen ones that end horribly. And I don't know that there's a magical trick to it, but I think in the ones that worked out well, there was always a plan on one of us is gonna go to the other person, or we're gonna go to a new place together. You know what I'm saying? You can do back and forth trips for so long, but I think a year is my max. If we're not gonna end up in the same place or have a really set goal on, okay, we're both gonna end up in California or we're both gonna go to New York or we're gonna do whatever. Because if you're just in a long distance relationship and then seeing how it goes, it's just to be in it. That's the hardest thing to sign up for.
Yeah.
There's so many easier things to do. So you have to really like the person, and I think there has to be an end game. And I think that relationship has to progress faster than a lot of normal relationships because you really have to make choices because you don't want to waste each other's time.
Yeah, I also think you have to see each other often while that end game is coming.
Yeah, you have to figure out the communication thing and be super open about all of your feelings in a way that in a normal relationship maybe you can get away with for a few months and not say anything. But you have to everything as you feel it, you have to say it.
Yeah.
But I've seen some people I know are long distance relationships never work. I've seen friends get married from different countries.
Yep.
One of my best friends in college, Brett and Ray. Yeah, I'm going to their wedding. Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah. We're gonna get so drunk. And my best friend in college, she started dating someone in high school. They went to different colleges in Indiana and Michigan, which isn't horrible, but still, like, that's a lot of distance for like when you're 19, 20 years old. And they would see each other like once a month. They would go back and forth, blah, blah. They'd talk every night. And now they're married and have a baby. So
that's beautiful.
It works. You figure out real
You just
quick if
gotta have a
that's the
plan.
person or not. When there's like 3,000 miles between you, you figure out real quick if this is gonna work.
Self-confidence.
Ooh.
What do?
What do? I'm never asking a question with anything but what do.
What do?
I'm moderating a panel at VidCon with John Green, and I'm just gonna ask what do.
What do? Every question.
The Power of Words panel with John Green. What do? So self-confidence, what do? Oh my god.
I mean, that's a big subject, but
That's a huge
someone tweeted me
subject.
just saying self-confidence.
Self-confidence.
Assuming they need some.
Tips for self-confidence.
How could they do that?
It's a journey, and it's a daily journey. It's a lot of choices, and it's a lot of sticking with things. Like, ultimately, the goal is you want to love yourself, right? And you want to be happy. That's the end goal. So I think it's like, you have to take little steps to do that. So in moments where you're really like beating yourself up, or you're looking in the mirror and you're like, hate what you look at, you really need to catch yourself and kind of be your own cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to get through that and be like, okay, whatever I'm doing right here that's not end goal. That's not what I want. So how do I stop that and turn it on its head and do something different? I think surrounding yourself with good people, surrounding yourself with positive people, not people that are always like super negative about things and hate everything and super cynical. Like, it's nice to be around people that are a little dreamerish, unrealistic about things, because it just makes you feel good. And like people that communicate well too, adults.
Adults.
This is a thing I always do because I've had it done for me and I appreciate it. I usually will reach out randomly to friends every once in a while and just let them know like whatever they're doing. Like, I just reached out to my friend Lindsay. She's doing a channel now and I was like, yo, you're killing it with this channel. And it wasn't unprompted, we didn't have a conversation, but it was just like, I'm really proud of you. Like, that kind of stuff. I just feel like when you extend that kind of stuff to your friends, they extend it back, and it just like kind of, it just builds up how you feel about yourself. It makes you feel really good and really strong and really like positive. So good friends, catch yourself when you're not doing things that are end game, and find things that you love and get good at the things that you love, and don't be afraid to try things and completely screw them up, because that's part of life. And I think that sometimes when you screw up at things, you're not really great, you learn a lot about yourself, and once you become good at them, you're like, fuck, I am really good.
Yeah, I think it's all about just doing things that make you feel good. Like, for example, a lot of people will work out and that'll make them feel good. That makes me feel good.
Yeah.
I also
Me too.
I also eat Taco Bell and that makes me feel good.
Yeah, right?
And it's just about like moderation. Like, both of those things make me feel good. But if I do too much of one or the other, it's not gonna make me feel good.
Great.
You know? So I think that's kind of where I come from, coming from a place where I've really grown it with self-confidence in the last couple of years. It's just about like making decisions and surrounding yourself with people that build that up.
You get to be whoever you want to be.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you get to change that person as often as you want until you find the right combination of things to be the person you want to be. And I think growing up, a lot of that is just figuring out what works and what doesn't work. Like, if you look at someone, you're like, oh, I want to be like that. You are like that. Like, if you want to be something, you're already like on the path to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many qualities that you have that you don't even realize you have. And self-confidence and self-love and all those things, it's just about waking up every day and wanting to feel happy, and then finding the things that make you feel happy and sticking with those.
I'm still petting your dog.
I know you are. But your hand's just moving, so again, no, who knows? Loving this. She's like melting into you right now.
I know.
You know how you love yourself? Get a pet.
I think I'm going to.
Because pet.
Ooh.
Ooh. Hold on one second.
Surprise guest.
Surprise, Jess.
The mailman. Well, there's a lot of other questions, but I think you gave some solid answers there. Thank you so much for giving all of that great advice.
I tried.
Who are you? Why are you here?
That's it. Isn't that the question though? I'm Megan Tonjes. Megan Tonjes on Twitter and Instagram. Tonjes on YouTube. I do music. I do the music. I sing. I do a lot of body positivity stuff. A lot of vlogs about life. I also have a hashtag on Instagram called Booty Revolution. So, and today's Booty Revolution actually. But if you want to post a photo of your butt on the internet, or just your body and be happy. Oh, here it goes. But yeah, I'm just pro body positivity, pro loving yourself, and I sing sad songs about boys.
Yeah, I like it. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Megan. She's great. We've known each other for a long time.
Too long.
Too long.
I've known you since you were a baby.
I was, a baby.
That stressed me out so much when you're like, I was 13, I was like, oh my god.
I'm sorry, I know, it stresses everybody out.
I was 19 when I started YouTube, which isn't horrible, but that's.
I mean, that was me 3 years ago.
Oh my god.
If you guys are here from Megan's channel, make sure you subscribe. I make videos 3 days a week.
Please do.
And if you like the video. We will be doing more. Alright, see you guys later.
Bye. Awesome.